Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. In this video, I have been using a new flour to me. So a very lovely kind follower sent me a bag of organic King Arthur bread flour from the US. So you will see in this video that I'm using that flour to see how it behaves. So I've already used the standard King Arthur bread flour, so I know how that behaves. And I've done a lot of comparisons between organic and non-organic bread flours, mostly in the UK. Typically in the UK, a non-organic strong white bread flour tends to be stronger than an organic one. The organic flours tend to be finer and a little bit weaker, and they often work better with a bit less water in the dough. That is not the case with the King Arthur one at all. It's quite different. So if you don't watch the whole of this video, if you think it's too long, let me tell you here and now, if you choose to use the organic King Arthur bread flour, works perfectly with my recipe. It's absolutely fine with the standard amount of water. I used it with 325 grams of water, 350 grams of water and 375 grams of water, and they were all fine. So that's what the essence of this video is. So I hope you will watch it and see the outcome. And if I can answer anything, of course, please do get in touch. So happy baking. So here is my morning. These 4 doughs have been made using King Arthur organic bread flour, which was sent to me by one of my very lovely followers for me to try. So these have all got slightly different amounts of water to see how it behaves, but so far I can say it's a lovely flour. The dough's been lovely and silky to work with, so they're all going to go in bannetons. And let's see how they do later. This also helps to make the point that I keep saying, not all dough gets bubbly overnight. Different flours, different hydrations, they all produce something different. So this just goes to show these smooth surfaces are absolutely fine. That's just what this flour does. So on to the next bit. Here they are in their bannetons. Really nice doughs to work with at all the different hydrations. So we'll come back to them later and see how they bake. Here's 2 of those earlier doughs. They've been in the fridge for about 5.5 hours. My dough often continues to grow in the fridge, but yours might not, and it's okay. All it needs to do is grow in the oven. So I'm going to turn these out. So these are made using organic bread flour from King Arthur, and my usual master recipe with 350 grams of water. Here's the oval one. Whoops. And this is the round one. So they're both lovely firm doughs. So with this one, I'm just going to score a lovely long single line. Okay, so as you can see, you go in quite deep. You can just about see the line on there from where I've cut it. And with this one, I'm going to do just my usual kind of favourite, and look how cleanly that is cutting. So sorry about the random filming, handheld. I really should have set up my tripod. So you can use either side of the blade, whichever works for you on your angle. There we go. I'm just going to tart up those cuts and put it in the freezer. And then put them in the oven. Happy baking. I've just extended the cuts a little bit whilst I had my hands free. I love that when you can see inside. So let's get them in the oven. Here we go. So they're just out of the oven. Let's see how they did. So here is the oval one. Da, 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 da. Look at that. at that. Very nice. Nice shape. Okay. So let me just get rid of the lid. Here we go, onto the round one. So, oh, look at that. Look at that beauty. So, these two were both made with my master recipe, 350 grams of water, and they were baked cold dough, cold pan, cold oven. And I think we can safely say they look pretty good. So on to the next one. Sadly, the light is starting to fade. This is the dough that I've made with 375 grams of water. So I'm going to turn it out, score it, and into the oven. The oven this time will be preheated because it's already been on. But it's a cold pan, cold dough, warm oven. Here we go. This is the scored dough about to go in the oven. It's definitely softer, starting to lose its shape a little bit, but let's see how it bakes. And the last dough, this one is much lower hydration because this one is 325 grams of water. So let's turn this. It's a much firmer dough. You can see already the difference in the fact that there's less water in it. The beauty of this is you can take longer to score it as well if you want to. Here she is, scored and ready for the oven. So let's see how she bakes. Here they are from the oven. So this is the higher water quantity loaf. Looking good. Held its shape nicely, grew nicely. And this one is the lower hydration loaf. So look how that is burst open from all of that pretty scoring. So I think we can safely say that this is a nice flour to work with. So there's 4 happy loaves using the organic King Arthur bread flour. So thank you so much to the lovely lady that sent it to me. And here's to lots of happy baking and happy eating. This is one of the loaves made with 350 grams of water. So I've sliced into it, and this is a slice in the middle of the loaf. So lovely texture, perfect for toast and sandwiches, nice and soft, and a fabulously crusty textured loaf. Yeah, I'm pleased with that.